So, Tesla bought Maxwell Technologies. Very interesting purchase. What does it mean? What is the technology they purchased? And where will it go from here? Hi, welcome to Batteries in 5, your 5-minute guide to news in the battery industry over the past week. I'm Sam Jaffe, Managing Director of Cairn Era. So the big news this week was that Tesla purchased Maxwell Technologies for $218 million. That's the only piece of news I'm going to be talking about because it's pretty significant. So first of all, what is Maxwell Technologies? They make what are called ultracapacitors, ultracaps, or sometimes called supercaps. A capacitor is a electrochemical device that puts out a tremendous amount of power very quickly, doesn't have a long duration of discharge behind it. It's used for limited uses. These ultracaps can be used in wind turbines, for rotor pitch. They can be used in a lot of defense applications, some automotive applications, but relatively small market there. So overall, Maxwell sells about $130 million of these. That's a good business, but I don't think that's what Tesla is interested in. Even though Elon Musk once said ultracaps are the future, that was a long time early in his learning curve about batteries. Everything that Tesla has said is that they are committed to lithium ion, and frankly, there is no sign or no roadmap where ultracaps can get enough energy density, enough duration of discharge that would allow them to actually move a car. So what are they interested in? It's this dry electrode technology, which is a lithium ion battery manufacturing process that Maxwell has developed that's similar to ultracap manufacturing, so they have expertise there. It's about making a thicker electrode. They dry mix the electrode powders, both cathode and anode, and that eliminates the coaters, spreaders, it eliminates the high temperature ovens. That reduces costs right there. It also eliminates the use of solvents. The NMP solvent that's used in lithium ion manufacturing is the one nasty, environmentally harmful, toxic material used in that process. So eliminating that reduces costs and is probably good too. But really what this is about is thicker electrodes. State-of-the-art electrode thickness is 50 microns, usually a lot less than that. The thicker the electrode, the more energy density the battery will have, and the more active materials per unit weight. So essentially costs go down and energy density goes up if you can get to thicker electrodes. But why don't people use it today? Because the thicker it gets, the less lithium ion diffusivity or conductance is able to pass through that thick electrode. It's really hard to make an effective, efficient, thick electrode. What the Maxwell Technologies technology claims that they can do with this is by adding a secret sauce of conductive material and unusual binders, they're able to make that thick electrode into a sponge-like material. So it's going to have lots of pores, lots of channels going through it. The tortuosity, which means the kind of the flow of fluid through an object, becomes much less based on this technology. I don't think Tesla would be spending this amount of money if they were just looking at ultracaps, or if they didn't know that this technology had a good chance of working. Tesla has access to more and better information about emerging battery technologies than just about anyone else, because most of these companies, these emerging battery companies, their goal is to sell to Tesla. So they share cells, they share data, they actually do lots of testing at Tesla facilities. So there's got to be a reason why Tesla was so interested in this. And here's my controversial opinion, we'll see if it's true or not, is that the ultracap business that they just acquired, I think they're just going to roll it up, sell it out to private equity or spin off, whatever. And that in itself is a $130 million business. Subtract the debt of about 25 million near-term debt obligations, you know, they could easily get $100 million for that spin-off as a standalone business. So think of this as a $100 million purchase rather than a $200 million purchase. I think this is a very promising technology. Tesla could, in my opinion, looking at patents and papers, I think Tesla could reduce costs by about 30%, increase energy density by about 40%, and that's on top of their aggressive roadmap over the next couple years of increasing density by 30%. So this could be a 350 watt hour per kilogram technology once it's fully developed. So that's it for this week. Hope to see you next week.